This is Of Life and Land. It's a city builder. It has just released. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump on into a brand new game here. All right, we're in. This is the voxely world. It's quite nice. I really like it. I really like how sort of like angular and interesting visually it is. We start with, I believe it's 10 settlers, and they're all just kind of like chilling around here. They're looking fine. We got a couple of different little quests to move through. Let's check out the building menu and let's have a little look. So a couple of different tabs up here. We've got resource acquisition, production, community, streets and services, fences, walls, plants and fields, etc. We need to build a forester's stump. Needs trees or bushes in its surroundings. Fine. Oh, was there a raccoon incident over there? That's not exactly ideal. Also, there's some cows just chilling. Okay, anyway, let's nab ourselves a forester's stump. We'll put that in proximity to that area over there. We need to get ourselves a what is this? A gatherer's shack as well. Now, the gatherer's shack, we can kind of see the area of pickup. And in fact, there are quite a lot of resources in this game that we are going to be able to explore and exploit. So, let's get that all done. Let's also move the simulation speed into 1x speed. That is how we are going to run things. If I do need to pause, then we will do just that. And what I will do is I will also plant a broadleaf tree around the forester's stump to improve yields. Sure, let's do it. Let's build a couple of those trees, or plant a couple of those trees as we go. Garden beds, we'll build some garden beds, and we'll also build a simple stone mason as well. Now, there is nothing within reach if I stick it over here. However, if we punt it down reasonably near all of the stone over next to this big old mountain thing, I guess, then that will work out not too badly. There's a couple of different resources that are required in order to build the gatherer's shack, but that is happening as it continues. Right, so the way that buildings work in this game is as follows. We have got some different priorities. We've got some different actions that can be undertaken on each and every one of these buildings. For example, let's just slow that down a little bit. For example, we can cut down trees, we can collect branches, we can collect mushrooms if there are resources that are within range. As you can see, I don't think there's any mushrooms within range, but it looks like there are plenty of trees, which is grand, and also plenty of branches, which is good. Much in the same sense that I can place trees next to the forester's stump, we can place ourselves some, where are they, garden beds? Yep, garden beds, right next to the, there we go, that'll be fine. A couple of gatherer's beds, garden beds next to the gatherer's shack, and that will allow us to progress on with the tutorial. Very nice. I absolutely adore how you can go up to like 30 times speed in this game. I think any game that introduces speed mechanics that go up really, really fast is a game that is very confident in the fact that it's got plenty of content to offer and allows you to just blast through all of the boring bits. I absolutely adore that. Right, we've got a couple of other things to go through. That's fine. I'll do this. Let's press on, and then hopefully let's see if we can try and find some housing for my people, because currently their needs are not being met, and we'll chat about this little sort of like matrix in just a bit. Okay, little bit of tutorialization out of the way. Let's press on and see if we can try and build ourselves a straw hut. That is exactly what I'm after. So it's going to take 10 branches, and it's going to take 50 straw. I will build one. In fact, I won't build one. I will build 5 of these bad boys. Each carry 2. Here we go. Each carry space for 2 people. So we will get that built. That's looking good. Anything else that I want to get down right now? Not necessarily. Maybe want to just get a mud street just down the center here. We've obviously got a little bit of stuff that came with us. Whole bunch of crates that are just sort of chilling over here. Probably want to see if we can try and find a place to store all of these goods, but we can do that. We can do that when we've got time. Right. Wow, holy cow. Everybody has just picked up everything possible. Anything else that I want to get? Delivered material. We need some more branches. I believe there are branches around. Not many, to be honest. Not many branches at all. I'm thinking that maybe we want to try and build ourselves a collection stump over here as well, just so that we can build a few more things, a few, you know, slightly more quickly. That's the ambition anyway. Right, getting this second forester stump and then cranking the collect branches right up to the top priority definitely seems to have done the trick. And in fact, now I am sitting pretty on a whole bunch of different straw huts, which is very, very nice. And hopefully that's going to be enough space for everybody to sleep comfortably. We can also nab ourselves some upgrades if we want to. Bonus sleep, +5, leads to a more restful sleep. That's going to cost me 15 raw wood if indeed I want to do that. Or bonus comfort. Adds comfort with some adjustments. Fine. I mean, it's not something that I really want to worry about right now, but it's fine. Right, firewood. Use the building menu to find out how to produce firewood. That's fine. We can build firewood. Where is it? It is the sawing place, I believe. Builds a small place to process wood, and we will probably nab that right about here. So I am going to replace these crates. I'm going to get rid of them at some point. And we want to make sure that we've got a nice walkway, a nice throughway that we can use to, or that we can build here once we have established all that. Rough rags. Use the building menu to find out how we produce rough rags. Let's have a little look. It's this thing, I think. The rudimentary tailoring table. We'll bang that down there as well, which is grand. And we've got planks, we've got firewood, and we've got firewood. Okay, so we can actually make firewood from either raw woods or 5 branches if we want. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. We have got our stump over here, which has got plenty of raw wood within range. So no issues there. This one up here, this forester stump over here, yeah, there's plenty. To be fair, there's plenty of resources, and we've got chopped down trees right up at the top there, so that's fine. I should also say that we've got a little calendar up in the top right as well. We have got not very much food remaining. The amount of available food is low. It's mushrooms, it's bark, roots, etc. All the sort of miserable stuff that we're collecting at the gatherer's shack at the present moment. But there's not very much that we can do about that at all at the moment. Fodder, wealth, drinks, wood, firewood, etc. Basic clothes. And the raccoon has stolen from the forester stump. There's a flippin' raccoon on the loose, and there's precious little that I can do about it. However, look at this. We have reached level 2 of Potatoville, which is quite nice. What does that entail? I have absolutely no idea whatsoever, but apparently we've reached population progress level 2, so that's kind of great. Okay, apparently I've reached population level 2. I just need to fulfill the needs of my people, apparently. That's all that really matters. So we've fulfilled all of the level 1 needs. Now we're moving to the level 2 needs, so stuff like, is there a campfire here, etc. Either way, this brings access to a bunch of tier 2 buildings, which is kind of cool. There's quite a lot of other stuff that I have yet to build. The hand mill I'm being quested with building right now, which is grand, and I'm going to get this built. Let's get it built over here. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, build that over there. A baker's simple oven as well. Maybe build that over here. Cool. And a campfire, which is going to be in community. We'll build a campfire right about there. Nice. Also going to access the road building option, and we're going to elect to hopefully get ourselves a bit of additional dirt roads, because I want to be a little bit more connected than I currently am. A cesspit. If I am going to build a cesspit, we're going to build it all the way over here. And believe you me, I'm going to build me a cesspit. A community center. I'm super interested in a community center. A small cabin. Nice. A fin torch. And a mud street. Yeah, we've got the mud street already. We're doing that. All right. Elaine is on her way. 5 days remain. I guess it's literally just going to be a brand new person that's going to be arriving and joining the crew. I like that. That's good. That's very, very happy indeed. Right, what I would like to do is I would probably like to have a little look and see what are the requirements here. I want to be a faction and have at least a community center. I mean, it looks like all of the other services are fulfilled, at least to some varying degree. 100% is going to unlock the next level. We basically need to nab ourselves a community center. Now, a community center I did briefly touch on, and it is going to be a heck of a lot of resources, but I am going to build it because I need to, and we're going to build it, like, here, I suppose? Yeah, I don't really want to build it right next to the cesspit. Maybe right sort of in the corner over there. Sure, we'll at least get it zoned. It is going to be a lot of materials in order to build, and I have got nowhere near the right number of materials in order to build it, but we'll at least start the process of making our way up the prosperity tree, which is what matters, and that is good. Very, very good indeed. And you know the great thing is that we can just go into like 30 times speed and just go for it. Just go for it. I do need to be a little bit careful that I don't run out of food, or, you know, make sure that there's no sort of impending issues that I just end up breezing past. A few pending materials. We've got rough-hewn stone, and I believe, have we? No, there's plenty of stone over here. That's good. We've got somebody employed here. Do I want to increase storage processing speeds? Helps us process goods efficiently. You know what? Sure. We'll nab that upgrade right over there. We'll get the resources delivered in order to hew a little bit of stone a little bit more quickly, and then we'll get some more. You know what? Let's get another simple stonemason. Can we build it somewhere else to take advantage of more stone? Yeah, it's not bad over here, is it? But it's a little bit of a journey. That's much more appropriate. Yeah, build that over there. Build this in here. Great, get that all built. And crank up the simulation speeds. Perfect. Is there an employee? There is not an employee, but we can assign an employee. This is great. Now you can see the workload number here. So employee Peter, for example, he has one workplace and he's only 78% busy. So we can assign Peter here, and that's going to allow Peter to now do 2 jobs, which is a bit of a shame. But if we do jump into Peter's little overview here, you can see handmill and simple stonemason workload is now at 100%, which I think is quite all right. Community center is looking good, and we just need a few additional bits of material, which we should get done tomorrow. And with a little bit of a tweak to the order of operations in the Gatherer Shack, i.e. prioritizing the harvest of grass, that is going to allow the resources to get moved on over to the rudimentary tailoring table, and we need 60 grass in order to craft a rough rag, and that is going to be enough for the community center to get built, which is great, and that should hopefully mean that everybody is going to be very, very happy because they're going to feel part of a community, which is really, really nice. And we can, in fact, invite and accept additional people into the settlement, which is glorious. Very, very nice indeed. Next thing that we need to look at is the map. This is the button down at the bottom here that I haven't actually had a little look at yet, but this gets us a little glimpse of what's going on in the world. What do I need to investigate? Discover the tablelands in the desert. That looks like this area over here requires 10 bread and 3,600 work effort. I mean, I don't have bread. I have a little bit of flour, which is quite nice. Although I presume that we can actually start making flour. I mean, we've got wild wheat that is just chilling out over here. I mean, do we have the ability to root cellar? Yeah, we've got flour that is being made in the hand mill. We have a baker's oven. Do we have a baker's oven? We do have a baker's simple oven. So if we process grain into flour, then we will make bread. It's just that we do not have much of it. We've only got 5 of it at the moment. Okay, that's fine. Hey, look at that. Potatoeville has reached level 3. It looks like all of my humans' needs were met. which is nice. We're not quite at sufficient levels yet, but that's okay. Nice. At least we're moving up the prosperity tree, which is kind of cool. We're making progress discovering the tablelands over in the desert, which is quite nice. Whilst we are doing that, is there something that I want to be doing here? Probably getting a root cellar is a good idea. This is a space for storable foods such as fruits or vegetables. Let's get that here. We do still have, yeah, like 126 bark, roots, and sprouts. That's fine. We're actively working on the hand mill, which is good, and then we're also working on the simple oven as well. Even though, again, I mean, it's not doing a huge amount of good, but at least we're cracking on. It's something at least. What's up? People are unhappy, apparently. Who's unhappy? You've just gone into that building there. It's you here. Why are you unhappy? You're unhappy because we've not fulfilled any of your tier 3 needs? Well, I'm very sorry, buddy, but you don't actually have any rights to tier 3 rights quite yet. Okay, we are going to keep on inviting people into the settlement, which is great. That's probably going to mean that we have some people that do not have houses at the present minute. Number of free beds is -1. That is... It's a funny way of saying there are people that currently do not have houses. Build a straw hut over there. Straw hut there, straw hut there. Probably don't have enough branches in order to make it all sort of come together, but that's fine. How is the root cellar coming along? It's coming along very, very nicely. Coming along very, very nicely indeed. I like that. How's my forester stump over here doing? You know what? It's not doing too badly. It's not doing too badly. We've got plenty of grass. We do have enough food. We got loads of bread now. The bread has really come good. That makes me very, very happy indeed. And our discovery of the tablelands is progressing on course. I realize that it's currently summer, which is probably the easiest season to navigate. But hey-ho, that's fine. Right, trade agreement. Open the diplomacy menu and try to negotiate a treaty. Requested and provide goods are stored in the community center. Okay, that is, I believe, through this interface over here. A trade agreement with Hochdorf, which is in the tablelands. I don't think we can see the name of it, but it is Hochdorf, apparently. They demand 100 water. We have got no water at the present moment. Faction requests 100 water. Fine. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. This is something that I absolutely adore about this game, is that, I mean, you can just go to other places, and would you look at this? This is lovely. Okay, let's see if we can try and nab ourselves a well, but man, this looks amazing. This looks absolutely brilliant. All right, back in Potatoville, it's slightly less attractive to look at. I gotta be honest. Right, where's a well? It is here. We need some stone, but that's okay. And I mean, can we not just like get it from the water? Can we not just get like water from there? I presume dark is better. So we'll build the well over here. I guess we can't just collect it from the water, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Also going to build a fishing place over here, somewhere that has a lot of proximity to water, and gonna nab. There we go. Nab a few more pathways so that we've got some better access around. We are going to trash some of the tiles that have got good stuff on, but that's okay. How's my cellar coming along? It's good. Work preparation is happening quickly. Maybe not as quickly as I would like, but we will hopefully be done that today. There we go. Living the dream. And now we can store fruits, exotic fruits, vegetables, dairy products, the whole shebang. What is this? Bark, roots, and sprouts. That might not count as a fruit, exotic fruit, vegetable, or dairy product. Do I care? No, not particularly. I'm just happy with how this looks. It's all nice. It all looks great. I mean, we're a little bit close to the bone on stuff like food. I mean, bread, for example, we had like 82, but now we've got no food. It's fine. It's fine. It looks good. It feels good. The well is up and running. We do not have a pathway that goes over to there, but I suppose we could get a pathway. Yeah, whatever. We do have a pathway over to the fishing place, and the fish, by the looks of it, we got loads and loads of raw meat now. That is fantastic. How on earth do we cook raw meat? Well, we cook it on the campfire, which is great. And we can also get bread and chill out over here. Yeah, what about fruits? What about fruits? Do we harvest? Yeah, we do harvest fruits here. Harvest grain. Yeah, we harvest everything at the Gatherer's Shack. I'm thinking that I maybe want to nab an additional employee here. And maybe even try and just increase collection speed, for example. That would be pretty good. Carry space. We'll get that upgraded. And processing speed. Just get everything upgraded because this Gatherer Hut is in a really sort of like prime location. It can do a lot of stuff. It's just not happening fast enough for me, unfortunately. In other news, we are making progress. We're making progress on supplying our compatriots over on the Tablelands with a few of their requested bits of water. Didn't mean to come here, but that's fine. Head back. That's good. It's progress. Aha! A trade agreement was signed. That is great. Build a marketplace and define up to which point you'd like to buy and which point you'd like to sell. Excellent. I would love to build a marketplace. Marketplace is a little bit more complicated than I would like. It looks like we're going to have to build... Is it a pottery thing? I think it's a pottery thing. Let's build the marketplace like right behind the town hall with access over there. We need... Yeah, it's definitely pottery. How do I build pottery? Apparently, it's in resource acquisition as opposed to production. I mean, sure, whatever suits, whatever floats your boat. Let's build this. Let's build this over here. Excellent, and that's going to allow us to get the pottery that we need in order to start cracking on with deliveries. Everything else is fine here. Nothing is overly complicated. We should be fine after we build up all of the pottery infrastructure that we are after. The marketplace is done. Clearly, the pottery workshop, the pottery studio was a huge success. So, what do I want to buy? What do I want to sell? I mean, we can probably, provide over what here? Our marketplace will provide this item internally as long as we have more than the threshold in stock. Sell over. I probably want to be selling over if we have like 200, I would imagine, because we really do not need that much, like, of anything. Water doesn't sell for anything. You can see the price up at the top here, but I'm okay with that. We have to try and nab ourselves some copper, which I will do. It is in, I believe, materials here. We want to request until, I don't know, 20 maybe? And then we'll maybe see if we can try and buy a few bits of copper. And once we have sold off, yeah, we have 150 in stock, tries to sell the item, sell over 200, excellent, brilliant. Anything else that we have in absolute abundance that we want to sell? Not really. To be honest, not really at all. Not really at all. And, oh, yeah, look at this. Right of way allows us to travel through their territories to reach different places. Requires a trade agreement. They demand 300 water, but the rewards are 100 exotic fruit. Sets up an agreement to not collect duties or fees. They demand 100 bread. You know what? I'm pretty interested in that. Move people and goods between maps? Interesting. I like it a lot. Let's see if we can try and nab a right of way. We have infinite water, right? We have absolutely infinite water. I know it's fall at the moment. We're moving into winter, so perhaps, I don't know, water is going to change. There's going to be some change of water situation. I don't know. Let's accept 2 more people. Great. We'll we'll bring in as many people as we possibly can. Yeah, things might change, but I think for now we can be reasonably happy with how that's all working. Oh, whoops, I'm realizing I should have requested externally. We need to be buying, yeah, 20 externally as opposed to internally. And have I done the same with water? Have I actually sold off water? I don't know. Flourishing future. Excellent. Great. Yeah, what did I do with water? Did I do that internally or externally? No, that's good. Sell externally. Over 200. That's good. So I'm just looking at the marketplace in the Tablelands. I mean, we can kind of like get a little glimpse of what they're after. It looks like they're interested in... buying some more bread. So if we put bread on our market, that would be good. Water-wise, they're actually doing fine for bread. Milk, they are in a little bit of a need of milk. So milk and bread would be great to try and sell. Unfortunately, we don't have any. We don't have much at all. Actually, can I mean, upgrade this? No, there's not really any point. Yeah, there's not really any point in doing that. We've got nothing really in the cellar. I mean, we need some more wheat. We're in desperate need of some more wheat, and we've got some wild wheat over here. Let's maybe see if we can try and build a brand new gatherer's shack, because I need more. I really do need. I'm also going to build a bunch of wheat fields, because that is the resource that we really need, especially if we're going to be selling bread to our friends. Yeah, let's get wheat fields, more wheat fields. Beautiful. Let's just get it all replaced with wheat fields. That is what we are after. Yep. Great. Very, very happy with that. We've also got some more wild wheat over here, which is good. What we really want to see is if our wealth is increasing. We are going to start sell over, I don't know, like 20? Sure. Let's see if that starts to make us a little bit of money. And we'll say you 20 as well, so that should be fine. Ha! Look at that! Well, it just disappeared because we immediately bought a copper bar with it. But we are actually selling, and there we go again. We're just buying more copper bars as soon as the money is coming in, because I have not turned off the copper bar purchase. There we go. We turn that down. Great. So now, as we get bread, which should be much more plentiful now because we've got loads and loads of cereal grains and we've got loads and loads of flour, that should... How long is this going to take to grow? It's going to take a while to grow, I would imagine. Yeah, we should be able to... Oh, I'm going to get another gatherer hut down here. I literally can't contain myself. Yeah. We are going to get more bread. We're going to sell the bread. We are going to make some money, which is brilliant. I should probably start thinking about prosperity level 4. I mean, what are the requirements for that? We can have a little look at the needs. So, is available in the settlement. We need a tap room. We need clothing. I would like to have offspring. It's mating season. Okay, apparently it's mating season. I want to pursue my faith. So, a shrine, a tailor, and a tap room. That's stuff that I can get behind. I can build that. Oh, I can also build a farm, which is a larger version of the gathering shack and more efficient. Let's replace the gatherer's shack then. Let's build that in there, and we will destroy this building. Beautiful. There's material crates over there. That's fine. I presume the farm is going to be reasonably easy for us to build. Yeah, it is. That's great, and then we can just get some more wheat fields over here. Anyway, back to the mission. I need to get some tailors. I need to get whatever the other tailors, tap room, and whatever the other thing was. The shrine. That was it. It was the flipping shrine. We'll get the shrine in the town center. That's good. The tap room, also in the town center. I mean, come on, we got to prioritize the tap room. And then the tailor's shop we will get next to the cesspit, I suppose. That's not saying anything about tailors. I don't hold tailors in a state of distress or anything like that. You know, I don't mind them. That's fine. Bakery. Let's also queue up a bakery. That is going to be right next to the cesspit. That is awful. And a granary as well. Copper and bronze forge? Don't think we need that. A dairy? Yes, I am interested in the dairy as well. Let's get ourselves a dairy. We'll get ourselves a dairy in the center of town. I say in the center of town. Quite near the cows and the sheeps over here, I suppose. And we'll also build ourselves a barn right behind. No, because this is wild grain over there, and I don't really want to build on the wild grain. Build ourselves a barn over here. That's cool. Anything else? Hunting lodge. Basic tools to track and gut animals. Yeah, not overly bothered. Forester's lodge, simple smelter, farm. I mean, there's a lot of building to be getting on with. I'm gonna let my people build that. We're also just about to head into winter, which gives me a little bit of the nerves, but that's fine. I believe we can get all this stuff done. Maybe not necessarily before it happens, but soon, I hope. Nope, I spoke far too soon. It is literally winter right now, and that is going to bring, I presume, a whole bunch of demands to have nice warm clothing with it. Yeah, I mean, if that is the case, maybe I want to bump the priority of the tailor's shop up a little bit, just so that people aren't freezing. That's probably a sensible idea, Potato. So we're in the middle of winter. Things are feeling a little bit spicy at the moment. We don't really have many trees around, do we? We're not overly well treed, and I don't believe that there's a way for us to get across this river, or if there is, maybe... I mean, maybe there is. Do we need a high weir, a spillway? No, village decoration, don't care about that. Don't really... I don't know, can we walk across the river? I'm not too sure. We are waiting for planks to get built. And planks are, of course, built at this thing over here, the sawing place. And we just don't have the wood. We just do not have the wood at all. I mean, is there a place that I could build? There is a place that I could build some more Forester's Stump action. Yeah, I'll do that. And I tell you what, the reason that I'll do that is because I do want to deploy down here. Where is it? The Forester's Lodge. Yeah, that is important. I need to get that built. I need to get that built around the Forester's Stump. Definitely want to work on that, but we just do not have the resources for it at the moment. So let's get this prioritized. Let's get this built, and then let's get cracking on the rest of it. We have a couple of people that are unhappy, but we're halfway through winter, so I mean, can we really complain altogether too much? And especially in 30 times speed, winter is going nice and quickly here, which is great, because then we can be out of it and we can be into spring, which means that the ground is not going to be miserable, and I am going to be much happier. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. That was actually not too long. We have 1 wood in stock. I mean, it says we have 30 wood in stock, but apparently we're just not making any progress on getting that wood down from up here. I guess it's just all chilling. I guess it's just all chilling up here in the Forester's Stump. Oh well. Tailor's shop has been built. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late. Sad news, I'm afraid. Winter is already over. But that's fine. At least we've sort of cleared the backlog. It's very good. The farm has got 6 planks to go. The tap room has got 2 planks to go. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's all coming together. I would like to accept the next person, immigration-wise. Yes, please. We definitely need more people to work here. I would like to look at the next level of house that we can possibly get. Yeah, and so it would be a small cabin. It's not overly challenging for us to do. A big cabin we could also do. It's going to require... I don't even know what that... I don't even know what that last thing is. It's not pottery. Okay. Let's zone a big cabin. We don't necessarily have to be using it right now. Zone it over. Sure. Yeah, I really don't want to destroy anything that is... Let's put it on low priority as well. So what is this? Pottery. bronze parts. Okay, so we need 2 bronze parts, and they cost 30 apiece. Well, you know what the great thing is? We can maybe put out a little call into our... There we go. Buy until we've got 2. Great. We can maybe put out a little call into the ether and see if we can make some money. I should also be doing some more diplomacy. I mean, is there 100 bread, 9,000 work effort. That's fine. 10 practical clothes, 10 practical clothes. 100 bread is relatively easy for us to do. I mean, I know that we're selling all of our bread, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Also, look at the ratio here. The tailor's shop is able to craft rags. 60 grass will give us... what is that, 4? Is it 4 rags? I think it's 4 rags. As opposed to this, which gives us 60, gives us 3, I believe. Or maybe that's just 3 that's in store. Either way, I think it is more efficient. Yeah, I think it is more efficient for us to craft rags. I have absolutely no idea how it works, but I'm pretty sure it's more efficient for us to craft rags in this tailor shop than it is to craft them at the rudimentary table. So you know what? Let's actually just demolish this. We'll still get to keep the resources. They're all just sort of chilling over there. Let's do that. That's fine. Ah, my farm is built. It's looking good, and we should be able to harvest loads and loads of grain. And in fact, there's tons of grain on this wheat field over here. In fact, all of these wheat fields. We're able to harvest grain. We're able to harvest fruits. I don't think there's any fruits actually within range, but we can harvest vegetables. We can care for plants. We can harvest roots. The most important thing, though, is, of course, the grain, because that's going to allow us to turn it into flour and then into bread. Where's my bakery? It's here, isn't it? Yeah, we need some basic clothes, and I am able to not yet make basic clothes because we don't have the wool. I presume we're going to need to get the simple barn up and running first before we can get that material. But all in all, though, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's good. It's looking good. It's very, very nice indeed. Right. Simple barn. Nice. Employees. Housing. We've got a single sheep. Okay. Great. One single sheep. And also, hold on. Something very important just happened there. In fact, multiple important things just happened. The tap room has happened. It's good. I need a cow. I need a cow in here. Can we find a cow on the map? I mean, there was like a grouping of cows over here. How do I yoink you? Oh, so it turns out as long as we get somebody equipped here, we will just immediately go and yoink them. Yoink the sheep, that is. We are gonna house sheep here, but then I want to house cows in another one. So probably worth getting ourselves a... What is it? A secondary thingy. Where are you? Yeah, there we go. Simple barn. Boom. Yoink ourselves a secondary simple barn. How's everything else coming together? We've got the bakery, which requires basic clothes. Basic clothes requires wool. Wool is gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming really, really soon once we've yoinked a few more sheeps. I don't even know where you are. You're just... Oh, you're literally just coming into the barn. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Good. So, sheep are in here. It's great. We'll get some cows. That'll give us milk. Happy days. The bakery. Yeah, it's literally just those basic clothes. And then I think that's everything else built. Oh, no. We need the 2 bronze parts. And it doesn't look like that's happening. I do need to check out the lakes. Let's have a little look. Ooh. Okay. Now, there is a mechanic that I briefly looked at. For example, we could undertake a transfer between, for example, Potatoville and the lakes, and we could send X number of people here, we could send X number of resources, and we could create, we could create like a little settlement here. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's not something that I necessarily want to do right now, but it is something that we can do. Transfer instructions. Yeah, you're giving me the objective. I'm not really bothered about completing that objective video game. I have to be brutally honest. But man, look at this. Look at this. What a world. What a world that we could explore if indeed we wanted to. Move back here. To be fair, this is a pretty good world. I like this little world that we've kind of created. This has got a great vibe. I absolutely love the vibe of this game. I feel like I've not really scratched the surface on what is capable. And I really like the fact that we can go all the way up to 3 times speed. That is very, very satisfying indeed. Make sure that we've got a cow equipped. Make sure that we've got a person equipped. There we go. We've discovered Bibberstein. What the heck is Bibberstein? This is a... What the heck is that? It's a red deer that's lying down. Is there anything here? Doesn't look like it, does there? A mushroom circle. I don't think that's inhabited. I think it's just animals. Yeah, lots and lots of animals. A wildly large amount of animals by the looks of things. Holy cow, this is an area absolutely abundant with animals. And in fact, if we have a little look at census, we can see at a glance how many of each animal are roughly here. This is a lot of animals, a lot of red deer. 44 in this map between the age of 0 and 1. Holy cow. Okay, very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Ladies and gents, we are going to wrap it up right about now. Yeah, I feel like there's more to explore. Absolutely more to explore. Back in Potatoville over yonder, you can see that we're on prosperity level or population level, whatever it is, at level 3. And if I find somebody over here, we've got all the way up to, what is that, 7? That's a heck of a lot more to explore. So yeah, check it out if indeed you're interested of Life and Land. But for now, and from me, my name of course has been Orbital Potato, and I'll catch you next time.